friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosanna with Nest of Petals for Floss Tube number 17. Today is July 16th, 2024, and I will be sharing a beautiful, wonderful WIP parade. So thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome to my channel. This is where I share all things stitchy, quilting, knitting, the list goes on. And if you are returning, thank you guys so much for continuously giving me your support, your love, and your beautiful comments. Love reading them, love being able to talk back with you guys. So I appreciate all the love and support. So if you are new or if you are returning and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And yeah, today we're gonna do a WIP parade. It's mid-year, a little past mid-year, but I thought why not share what I have in the works, what I'm close to being finished on, kind of what my game plan hopefully is for the rest of the year. Will I stick to it? I have no idea, because I will start something and then I kind of squirrel off and I have to venture and put my focus onto something totally different, which is understandable. And as I'm going through my video today, you'll kind of see where my thought process is, what my goals are, and kind of why I'm not able to focus too much on patterns that I'm loving from other designers. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share the two winners. If you guys remember on my last Floss Tube video, Floss Tube 16, if you haven't seen it, check that out either before or after this video and come back. But I asked for you guys to put in comments what you're loving about summer, and I was able to pick two winners. And again, these two winners I'm going to ship out. It's Hands On Design Botanical Bee. It's a new design that was released for this year's market. Several people have stitched this. It's so stinking cute. And the winners, and I'm going to put their names at the bottom of the screen, is at Francis Ross 9488 and at Renee Myers 2503. So congratulations guys for winning this new design. If you could email me, all of my contact information is in the description box, but if you could email me your name and your address, I will get these shipped out this week. So congratulations, and again, thank you to everyone who put comments in my last video, who gave me a thumbs up, and who subscribed as well. I just realized, and as I'm looking to my right, I have a full finish. I shared this on my previous video, but I didn't bring it with me in my stash. So hang on one second while I grab that. So in my previous video, I shared a new design that I just released. It's called The Visitor, and you guys are loving it, and that makes my heart so full with joy, and I cannot express my gratitude. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has purchased this and who is stitching it. I'm so grateful for you guys. So I did share The Visitor, the new design, with you guys again on my previous video, but it wasn't fully finished. So yesterday I did all my lacing, I put her in her frame, and here she is. So I'm obsessed. I'm not putting glass in front of the new stitching that I'm doing. I'm kind of liking it without it, but I'm so thrilled. So I'm getting my frames. They're all antiques that I'm getting lately. They're from a friend of mine on Instagram. I'll tag her in the description box. She does do like vintage finds and she'll sell them. She'll do like different sales on Sundays, but I think it's beautiful. It's, you know, not too crazy thick. The little detail is amazing. And again, this is my new design, and it's called The Visitor. It's on my Etsy shop now. You can get it in PDF or paper format. And I stitched it on Bee Stitch Me One More Reproduction. It's a 32 count and it's Belfast linen. You can see that there are a few specialty stitches. I have the French knots on that and the visitor, which is the moth. And then you can see like the one straight stitch. He also has it on his little feet. I hope you guys can see that, but nothing crazy. And the floss that I did use was DMC, but again, you can make it your own. You can use fancy, whichever your heart desires. If you want to do a smaller count linen, make it darker, do you, do what makes you happy. But the visitor is my fully finished from my previous video. So again, I hope you guys are loving it. And thank you again for all of your support for the ones who have purchased it thus far. And I will put the link down below if you guys are interested as well. So, the visitor. All right, let me put this over here. Sorry, I might be going like back and forth. I have so much to share with you guys, so bear with me. And let me actually turn my phone off so I am not interrupted while I am talking to you guys. Okay. So let's start just with whatever one I pick out. All right, and I'm also gonna be looking down. I have my notebook. I keep track of like every pattern that I'm working on, the linen count, so I have it as a reference. So this one I started last year. It was with a stitch along with a couple of friends that I joined in on the fun. I'll be honest, I did some stitching on it for like a day or two, and then I haven't stitched her, or stitched him, I should say. So it's Wee Santa from Heart in Hand. And this is actually the perfect month to be stitching him because it's Christmas in July. So maybe I will try and get a couple more stitches in him for this month. Excuse me. And I'm doing this on 36 count flex. And you can see my little wee start. And I am doing 1/1 DMC floss. So again, I haven't worked on this in months, probably since the beginning of the year, or even maybe the end of last year. It's been a minute. So I'm actually gonna put this in a different pile because I haven't done any Christmas. Excuse me, guys. I haven't done any Christmas in July, so I think I should do some of my Christmas ones I actually have in here. Let's see. The next one, it's gonna be Christmas Sausage, and this is from Stacy Nash. I love her designs, and it's Frankie. And Frankie, I did him on 36 count Country Mocha, and I did him on the non-modeled side, and I'm doing DMC floss, and you can see I did a lot. I haven't worked on Frankie in a while, but I mean, I could just stitch some of the fill-in if I wanted to. I mean, it's just tons of fill-in. I could just sit here one day during Christmas in July and stitch up some Frankie. So this is him. I did change some of the colors from, again, like to kind of make it my own. So I think he's adorable. I think he would be super cute in my little bowl that I would put out for Christmas time. So Frankie's gonna go over there with Mr. Wee Santa. Another Christmas one. It's funny, I have like Christmas in one little stack right now. This one is Quaker Christmas 2. I started this one with my mom and I haven't worked on it in some time. And I know the picture that they took isn't the best right here, but this is where I started. I started on the left-hand side. And this is where I'm at. And again, the ones I'm showing you right now, I haven't pulled these out in a few months. So shame on me, because typically I will do Christmas on the 24th and the 25th. So I really need to like pick that back up. And I'm doing mine on 40 count platinum from Newcastle. And I'm doing 1/2. That's my typical 1/2 for every item that I stitch on. unless like the wee Santa, I did him 1/1 because the linen count was higher, 28, or lower, I should say. All right, so if you guys remember, I started this one last year. I wanted to have it done by this year for my anniversary, which is August 18th for me and my husband. Doesn't look like that will be happening, unfortunately, but that's okay, you know. Give each other grace, right? So this one is Plum Street Samplers, Sweetheart Hill. And I think it's so darling. Do I need to start stitching? You know, what I used to do is I would pull out different designs. I don't know if you guys remember when I first started. I used to pull out different designs and I would do at least some stitching for at least like half a day. I would stop and then I would get something different, stitch on that one. So I would have like more things that had progress on them and I would share more with you guys. I haven't been doing that lately. And I'll be honest, I'll just say life. Lots going on behind the scenes. But this is where I am at for that specific design. Again, it's Sweetheart Hill. And I am doing it on 40 count beige by Weeks Dye Work, 1/2, and I'm using DMC floss. So, you know, a quick update on this one. I could fill in the rest of her dress down here. I could fill in the little flowers, and hey, that would be progress. So I need to remind myself I could do little things to each of these and it would be progress, which is a win. All right, there's that one. All right, not a Christmas one. And this is, guys, I need to like start working on some of these. Okay. The Polka Dot Cow Sampler, Ann Harding, 1811. And it's from GGR, one of my favorites. And yeah, I haven't, again, everything I'm showing you guys right now, I have not worked on in a hot second. And I don't have what fabric I used on this one for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'll insert at the bottom which fabric I used. I do know it's a 40 count, and I know I'm doing 1/2 DMC floss. And this is where I last ended. So each motif is a win in my book. So I could definitely pull this out, work on another motif, and that would be progress. So I started on the left corner. So this is where I am at. So I could, you know, go this way and do those. I could start the border. So tons of options. I'm gonna put this in a different pile since it's not Christmas. I think it would be better maybe if I make different stash piles of my work. Maybe that will allow me to pull some things out faster. All right, another one that I am working on, and this is Needlework Press. Love Needlework Press. And I've never seen anyone actually work this one, but I think it's adorable. It's called a $17.99 Mother's Sampler. And you can see, you know, they did the smaller little version. They made a little pillow down here. You know, you could do like a key fob with one of them. So tons of options, but I think it's beautiful. And let me put this over here. And let's see where I'm at on this, because again, I haven't done this one in a while. And excuse my trailing threads, guys. You know, I don't like to chop them off if I do not have to. And this is where I last ended. I love the colors with this fabric. It's so calming. And again, I'm doing DMC floss 1/2, and I am stitching on 40 count parchment from Weeks Dye Works. That's one of my favorite linens. Love, love parchment. All right, and I do have another one on the bottom end of this, and I'm trying to remember the name. All right, it's Betty Glover. And this one, I do not have an actual like paper format, so I'm gonna insert a photo of it. And I forgot how much I did on this one, so let's just show you guys. And again, this one's also 40 count parchment from Weeks, because I just did it on the other end since the fabric is so big. I love the border with those flowers. They're so pretty. But it's darling. If you've seen my videos from the start, I told you that I was going to be working on a woman's wall, and this will be one of those that will be on that wall. So the wall will be only cross stitch women in the actual like design. So this is one of them. I'll show you a couple of others that I have. So again, that's Betty Glover. All right, the next one, I also do not have this on paper format. It's going to be a PDF file. It's IA 1812. And this is actually from one of my friends, Anita, and her Instagram is Northumberland. I will put her information at the bottom. She sells beautiful design. She also sells linen, key fobs, floss cards, I think even bags. I mean, the list goes on. I'm doing DMC, and what is this one? 40 count cream from Zweigart. And this is where I last ended. I haven't done this one again. It's been a minute, but you can see all the specialty stitches, the Algerian. I know there's some satin that I'm going to be getting into as I get lower, but it's a beautiful, beautiful design. I love it, and I love how bright the colors are. So IA 1812 from my friend Anita at Northumberland. So there's that one. All right, Winter Wonderland. I'm gonna put this one in my Christmas stash from Blackbird Designs. I love this one. I started this one actually a couple months ago, and I haven't pulled it out, but I think I will be pulling her out. I love, this is my favorite, the swans down there. I think they're so stinking cute. All right, and I'm doing this on 40 count, no, it's not 40 count, 36 count Mayflower Mocha. And doing DMC floss, and it's 1/2. So I finished all the birds on the top, so I could actually start the roof over here. I can even start, bringing the border down. So, Winter Wonderland from Blackbird Designs. All right, Christmas stash. All right, another one of my females. So that will be going on my woman wall. And this is from GGR. It's Petite Phil in Rouge. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. And I've completed a good amount on this one. This one, I mean, there's so much fill-in of the grass, but it's not enormous. So I think maybe I need to put some focus on getting this one complete, so I at least have one on my woman wall. So let me put that one there. Let's fix this a little bit. All right, So this is what I have on her. And I'm doing 40 count by Weeks Dye Work Cocoa. So, I mean, I could fill in her dress, and I could even start filling in some of the grass, do her little feet, and ta-da, that would be progress. So again, definitely, even if I just did the dress and one motif, I would be happy with her. All right, I don't think I have anything else on this fabric. I do not, and my fresco kitty cat is coming over here, so bear with me, guys. I know I've shown you guys him many a times. So let's move him here, because I do not want him on my cross stitches, or stitches, my cross stitching. All right. Let's show you another beautiful GGR. And this is the Biodemir Sampler 1864. I started this in January with my mother, and I started in the top left. And I started there because of the alphabet. I feel like alphabets or words, you could go pretty fast on those. And I am doing mine on 40 count atomic range parchment, and excuse my trailing threads. And I'm doing 1/2 DMC. Really? Roscoe's over here grinding his little teeth. He does that sometimes. So I love this one. I have an obsession with GGR. I know I've been telling you guys I'm going to do a GGR video. I have that on my to-do list, so thank you for bearing with me on that. All right, another Christmas one that I can add to my Christmas stash. And this is another animal cracker from Stacy Nash Designs, and it's Whitaker, who's so stinking cute. And I'm stitching this on 36 count. I'm not sure of the maker, it's unknown. My mom just gave me the fabric and I was like, yes, I would love it. So again, fill in. So I could finish at least his bottoms, if anything. I mean, even his top, I just need the buttons, his face. So Whitaker, and again, the Animal Cracker series, he goes with Frankie, the little hot doggy. All right, guys, I hope you're stitching and sipping on something that you love. I know it's been so hot. I know I talked about that on my last video. It's been so hot here in Virginia. Right now we're in a heat wave. Temps for the next couple of days are going to be, I think, 101, and then with the humidity, we have crazy humidity here in Virginia. They're saying like 106, 110, and so just make sure you're staying cool, having fun, stitching, or whatever you have in your hands to keep you occupied. I started this, if you guys remember, I think it's called Back to School. New Hampshire Stitcher started it. I'm not sure if she'll be continuing excuse me, that this year, but I did this with my mom. We started in different spots, and we were supposed to do 1 page a month to catch up, to meet like where we're like in the same area, and then we would go forward and start in the same spot. I haven't worked on it, which is sad because it's a beautiful design, and hopefully that's not too much shaking because my kitty cat Fresco just jumped in the area of the video. All right, I'm back. All right, this one, you guys, it makes me sad that I haven't stitched on some of these items because they're gorgeous. I love them, and I'm realizing I have needles in like all of these items I'm stitching. So I am doing 1/2 DMC floss. And you can, I mean, I love, obviously you can see I went total opposite of the color that they had. I'm doing Weeks Dye Work Straw. And again, it's 40 count linen. And I love it. I think I might actually be done with the very first page. And I just haven't gone to the next part. So I need to work my way up. And excuse me for another second while I move my kitty cat who who doesn't want to like stay in his moment of fresco. You good? Okay, you good? So I love being able to start wherever I want to start. So I actually started on the bottom left because I wanted to work my way on this bird, but my mom started on the top left. So we're actually going to be working like this to catch up, and then we'll move that way. So yes, this one's MJ1810. I don't know if I said that or not. From GGR. Again, stunning, stunning. I love this one so much. So hopefully I can kind of go back into my routine of what I was doing before, which was picking up stuff here and there and adding more progress. So we'll see how that goes. I know I've been trying to get some stuff finished, and I think that's probably why I went sideways. I also stitched the visitor, the one that actually just added to my Etsy shop. I stitched that one. And I've been doing some behind the scenes with like new designs, quilting. I'm going to share that with you guys at the end of the video. I don't know if you can see Fresco or not, but he's right next to me. All right. Let's see. And if you guys, if you're watching this and you're still at this point of the video, you can see which designers like I have a love for. So Stacy Nash, love her stuff. So she actually did a reproduction on a sampler. It's called Mary Bars. Several stitchers have finished this. It is stunning. It's an enormous one. I haven't put stitches on this. I was doing at least like one motif, you know, every time I was giving you guys updates. I haven't been able to do that. So let me open this bad boy up because she's a big one. And let me get this thread out of here actually. All right. So I am doing this on 36 count hand dyed espresso. And I'm hoping you guys can see this. All right. Sorry guys, I hope you can see this. I mean, I'm going down and then I'm gonna work my way into the middle, but I love this one so much. I need to pull her back out. So, you know, I could finish this basket that I haven't filled in, and then I could work on another motif, and that would be a win. So, yeah. Mary Bars. All right. All right, guys, another GGR. It's called the color red, but I call it the donkey sampler because of the beautiful donkey. I love donkeys. I think they're one of the sweetest ever. So the color red, and I'm gonna be working this and adding it to my red wall that I will eventually have one day. Not sure when that will happen, but it will be one day. So I am stitching this on 40 count linen. It's just white, and it's Newcastle And I hope you guys can see all of this, but I've been working, I actually went from left to right, trying to get some of this alphabet done. You know, I could work my way down and actually start on the donkey if I wanted to, but I think I want to hold off on that just a little bit longer. So I think when I last worked on this, I was, where am I at? A, B, C, D, E. So I just have this row and I will be at the end. So I will have at least from start to end going that way. So I need to determine, do I want to do like a motif or do I want to work continuously on the alphabet? So I was working on the color red every Thursday. I need to get back into doing that because that's how I was able to make progress on this, was stitching this every Thursday. So the color red, aka the donkey. And if you can see, I'm pretty sure I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't like how I made a boo-boo and I took it out and like the floss color is still there. So hopefully I can get that out. If you guys have any tips, let me know. All right. All right, this one I got through, I've spoken about this group before. It's Homespun on Facebook, where you're able to get exclusive designs that haven't been like fully released to everyone. We also share all of our love for cross stitching, what we're stitching, etc., etc. So this was one of the releases that was within the group only. If you were in this group, you were able to get it if you wanted it. And it's Needlework Press, Scarlett, Warrington, 1838. And it is a big, humongous sampler. Like, it's enormous. It's gorgeous. So I actually did buy the kit. I did it on the 40 count Mason linens, and I did the DMC floss. And I started her. I haven't got much more done on her. My mom started her at the same time I did. She's gotten a really good amount done. But I love actually the colors in the linen. I love how bright they are. So that's where I've stopped. Again, looking at this makes me really like rethink on how I want to do the rest of the year. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna I'm still gonna share with you guys, even though I shared this on my last video, in case you didn't see my last video, Floss Tube 16. So you can only see, yeah, you know, I do have these in my WIPs. And okay, Heartstring Samplery. I'm working on this as an SAL that Jordan and Rocio and I were doing it. If you guys want to join in on stitching it, please join in. I'll share the hashtag below. You guys can tag us on Instagram. And I'm doing DMC floss. Excuse me, I have an itch under my nose. And I'm doing Vanilla Latte. 1/2. So again, this is where I'm at. And actually, I did do some stitching, but then I quit because I needed to finish something. So last week. So I did do this little brown, which is the house, last week. But it's beautiful. I love this one very, very much. And we'll be happy when she's complete and I can put her on my wall. So the Scenic Sampler. And then I do have American Welcome on the other end. And this one's from Plum Street Sampler. And it's not a very big one. I think it's like 7 by 7, somewhere around that area. And again, vanilla latte, same as Scenic Sampler, 40 count, 1/2. And this is where I am at. Again, I've finished one side to the other side, and I'm just working my way down. All right, let's put this one away. All right, Serenity from Teresa Kogert. This one, there is a sal going on. I did join the sal. It's with the 2 Sarahs. I will put the hashtag below because I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. And I am doing this on Not Another Sampler, Be Stitch Me. It's 40 count. I haven't stitched on it since the last time I shared, but I'm still going to share it because it is in my works in progress. So again, I finished page 1. I'm using DMC floss and 1/2. I don't know if I said that already or not, but I love this one. I love the colors. It's so, so pretty. And I am working on, I started this one last year. Summer Quaker from, I think it's Lila Studios. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I started on the bottom right on this one. And I only have a tiny, tiny bit done, but you know what? Something is better than nothing. And this one is the same fabric, Not Another Sampler, Be Stitch Me, 40 count, same as Serenity. And that's all I have stitched on it. 1/2 DMC floss. So I need to put a good game plan together that I need to try and stick to. All right. The next one, again, the next couple I'm sharing, I shared on my previous video, but I'm still going to include them. Martha Wamsley, 1847, and this is a Hobby House exclusive Hands Across the Sea sampler. So many people have finished this one. I love it. It's so whimsical, beautiful. It is a lot of color changing. Lots and lots of color changing in the border. It's like insane. I am doing mine on one more reproduction, 40 count linen, Be Stitch Me, 1/2. And I haven't done anything since the last time I saw you guys, but that's what I have so far. So you can hopefully see all of those crazy color changes. It's stitch 10, change the color, stitch 5, change the color. It will be beautiful once she's done, but that one's gonna be a while just because there's so much color change. I already know that. All right, Jane Bowen. This was actually something I won on Homespun that I just spoke about. I kind of bring that up every time. It's Needlework Press. Again, I haven't seen anyone actually finish this one or a lot of people stitching this. I've finished everything on the top half with the exception of the back stitches of the little bees next to the beehives right there. So what I talked about last time is I'm going to start on the words. That's my next step on this one. I'm doing DMC, which is they're called for, and I'm doing the 36 count Country Mocha on the non-modeled side. And this is, again, the top half of Jane Bowen. And I love that there's maybe 7 or 8 color changes. It's not a lot of color changes. It's very like muted, but I think it's really pretty. I like it. I'm really excited about the bunny, to be honest with you. It's a big bunny, but I'm excited about it. Let me actually share. So here's another Christmas that I have not touched. I'm actually doing it on the same fabric as Jane Bowen, so 36 count country mocha, but I'm doing it on the mottled side. And it's Stacy Nash Halloween at Hollyberry, which I love. So many people have been working on this and they have so much more progress than me. I am jealous. So jealous. I'm doing DMC floss, and that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I have accomplished. So if I look at the pattern, I could do, there's like a little Christmas tree next to her. I'll share that with you. So there's actually like a little bird and a Christmas tree. So if I wanted to, where is it at? Right here. If I wanted to, I actually could do those, and that would be at least something that I can update on this one. So I'm gonna put her actually, normally I put this back in my Jane Bowen bag because that's all I've been doing is the Jane Bowen one. But I'm actually gonna put this in my Christmas stash so I can work on it, at least do something on it for Christmas in July. Sorry about that. All right. My next one is Mary Griffith. I love this one. I love this one. All right, I am doing 36 count parchment weeks dye work, 1/2 DMC floss. And this is what I shared on my previous video. I haven't done anything new on it, but I'll be honest, I probably should start taking these letters out and start doing the English version of it, which I got from the attic. They shipped it to me and I purchased it. So I love this one. It's so beautiful and whimsical. One of my favorites. All right. So I'm going to share one more that I shared with you guys on my previous video because I do have updates on it. And then I have a couple of more WIPs, and then we will talk about some quilting that I've done and we'll wrap it up. So last time I talked to you guys, last video, I shared my Stacy Nash Halloween at Hollyberry, and I talked about how I really want to focus on this and get it completed ASAP because I want to be able to hang this one up for Halloween this year. So I am doing weeks dye work 40 count gray, and I do have an update on this one. I finished the house. As my mom would say, give yourself a pat on your back. All right, guys, let me show you the house and then I will zoom out. So the house is officially done. Yay, go me. Thank you guys for your encouragement. And I hope you guys can see the variegated DMC floss in the house. And again, I have a video on how I use DMC and variegate it. So since last time, I did also start on the like sleepy tree, the scary tree over there. So yes, guys, I officially finished the house. I'm so proud of myself. It was like a lot of work. The thing is enormous. So Halloween at Hollyberry from Stacy Nash. All right, so the last couple that I have, I'm gonna bring my basket over. I'm gonna share these with you and then we'll talk about a couple other things. So this is Jane Sumner by Shakespeare's Peddler. And let's see. I don't see the fabric on this one, what I'm working on. I think it's Confederate. No, I think it's gray from Weeks Dye Works, if I actually remember now that I'm thinking about it. And I started on the bottom left on this one. All right, so I'm doing 1/2 using DMC floss. And I think this one's really, really pretty. I love how the colors mesh really well with the gray from Weeks Dye Works. So Jane Sumner's work, 1831. Okay, I'm gonna save that one for last. The Red Deer Sampler, GGR. Several people have finished this one. It is gorgeous, complete. And I'm doing mine on 40 count Newcastle linen. And let's see. And I haven't worked on this one. I don't have the full floss for this. So I'm actually using the called for colors, which I think Classic Color Works. I know it's not DMC. I'm doing 1/2, but I haven't been able to work on this one because I need to get the floss. So I just need to order it on 123 Stitch or wherever, but I love the colors on it, the palette. It's really, really pretty. And I know I'm at the very end of the actual like design. So again, I just need to order the floss so I can get to working on that one. The next one I'm going to share is, I think it's Hollyberry, Spring at Hollyberry. I know it's Stacy Nash. I don't have paper because I ordered it online, so I'm going to insert the PDF version. And I'm doing this one 1/2 DMC, and that's all I got on that one. And this one has a really pretty cat. When you see the insert, you'll see that beautiful cat that's kind of chilling on the other side of the start. So I actually am on the bottom right is where I started. So Stacy Nash. And again, this is the same fabric as I'm using for the Red Deer sampler. It's 40 count Newcastle. All right. All right, guys, 2 more to go. Oh, no, actually 3 more to go. All right, I started this one fall of last year with my mom. Gray Stouth Abound, Plum Street sampler. This would be a good one to start pulling out very soon because fall will be here before you know it. And I'm doing mine on Picture This Plus Ale. It's 40 count linen, 1/2 DMC floss. And I could actually finish some of those windows. I could start filling in the house. I think it's really, really pretty. I love the colors against the fabric. So Gray Stouth Abound from Plum Street Sampler. Jesus loves me, this I know. Another Plum Street sampler. And I've gotten a lot of this one complete too. I just need to start pulling these out, guys. I just need to start working. So here she is. I think I just need to start doing some fill-ins. Maybe make a stash of just like filling in. Let's see. Okay, I'm doing this one on 40 count cream from Zweigart. 1/2. I'm doing DMC floss. And if you guys remember, I did add one of the little sheep. I did turn it into a black one, so like Baba Black Sheep. I think it's adorable. So this I know. from Plum Street Sampler. All right, the last one I'm going to share with you guys is another Plum Street Sampler, my early days, and I just need to figure out what I want to do with it, because if you guys remember, I started on it and I made a boo-boo and I need to take a lot out in one section or the other. So I need to determine which section do I want to take it out of and go from there. So I am doing this on 40 count Picture This Plus 1/2. And this is what I have. And if you guys remember, and I think I just need to take this all out and start over. But if you guys remember, I went down on the border and I started up and I realized this is 1/, this way too much. So all of this is supposed to be this way. So yes, I mean, I could take out the border and move it over and leave this here. I mean, that would help with me not having to take out the 1/1 that I did in the butterfly section. So I don't know. I'm kind of mad at myself, beating up at myself because I did that silly mistake, and I need to just, yeah. I might just do the border now that I'm looking at it. But if you guys have any thoughts, I'm more than open to hearing your feedback. So let me know on that one. I did do 40 count cream on that. I don't know if I said that. Zweigart DMC floss. No, I'm sorry. It's 40 count Picture This Plus 1/2. All right. I'm actually gonna, how do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to do this. So I have a quilt that I started and I basted it the other day and I started quilting it on Sunday, and I was able to finish one block, and I can't remember how to pronounce it. I'm going to put the name of it below, like what it actually is. But this is one of the blocks that I have finished. And I love the colors. I think it's beautiful. And I'm actually going to do a video on how I hand quilt. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. Within the next couple of days, I hope to be sharing that with you guys. I do have another quilt that I'm working on. I'll insert that. I haven't started, I just basted it together. And I have my hexagon quilt. I'll also insert a photo of that so you can kind of see my update. And what else? I think that's it. I think that's all that I've been working on. So if you've made it to the end, thank you so much for tuning in to my WIP Parade. This is my stash of Christmas that I hope to get some progress made on. I know we're already, what's today? We're already on the 16th of July, so the month is halfway gone, but I hope to get that completed, at least somewhat in some way, shape, or form, and my goals for the remaining of the year. I do have I have 3 new patterns that I will be releasing. 2 of them are Christmas, so stay tuned for those. They will be released within the next couple of days. I just need to do some uploads and photo taking and share them on my Etsy page. I will probably do a video on just those 2, the Christmas ones, so you guys are able to see them live in person within my Floss Tube channel. The other item, I'm waiting on a frame, but I might share that with you guys maybe when I share my Christmas ones, because it is complete. Again, I just need to lace it, find a frame, because I am looking for an antique frame and I'm waiting to hear back from one of my friends. So what I'm working on right now, I finished a pattern. My mom is going to be the model stitcher on that. I'll share that with you guys next time. I am working on another antique sampler. I'm probably 75% done with doing the pattern, and then I'm going to be the stitcher on that one. I do have 2 mini pillows. One I've already stitched, the other one I need to stitch. So lots and lots going on behind the scene. That's why I haven't been able to do a lot of stitching that I want to do, but I am stitching at least so I can share it with you guys, which is still happy. And I'm trying to finish these quilts, so we'll see how it goes. But again, all of the information that I shared with you guys today, I'm going to put as much as I can within the description box. And again, if you guys are interested in my newest release, The Visitor, and you're able to snag that below as well. So I truly, truly thank you guys for being here. Again, your support along this journey means the world to me. So if you're loving what you're seeing, please give me that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Please give me your thoughts and feedback. Any comments, love being able to interact with you in comments. And enjoy your day, this beautiful week, and happy stitching. Till next time, guys. See you.